Okay, guys, I can use decimal models, number lines, and place value charts to compare decimals. I can use greater than, less than, and equal to write decimal comparisons. So all we're doing is comparing decimals. We're just using place value like always. Remember, the further we go to the right, the smaller the number gets. So we get ones, and then the next column is tenths, which is bigger or smaller, and then the next column is hundredths, which is even smaller. Okay. Jacob is going to the market. He wants to walk the route that is the shorter distance. Which of these two routes should Jacob take? Red or orange? Shade the hundredths model for each decimal distance. Okay, guys, and one of them only has tenths, but we can still shade it in hundredths because we know that 10 hundredths is a tenth. So if we were to shade this in, when we saw these two, we would just shade it in. So we'll go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And the next one we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then look at this one. We went to the eighth one here, but we're going to go all the way down on that eighth one. We're going to go that entire eighth. So we can see that we're comparing the tenths. First we say, how many full rows did I do? Well, I did 7 full rows here, but I did 8 here. So 8 tenths is going to be greater. Okay, so which route should Jacob take if he wanted to take the shorter distance? Yeah, he should just go whoop, 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 and he would go 0.74 miles. Or you could say the red route, whichever one works. So use the number line to check your answer. So here we go on the number line. We have to do jumps of 10 first because those are our tenths. So the first one is going to go in blue, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the orange route is going to, I guess I probably should have used that in color. The orange route is going to go like this, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 8 tenths. So you can see that, and this model is cool on the number line because it's easy to see, oh, he went about that much more, okay, which is about 6 hundredths more. So we go 6 hundredths more on that second route. Okay, guys, well, now we're going to be looking at some watermelon. So Maya cuts 2 and, let's read this together. Make sure you're reading this out loud. If you're at home, you should be reading all this out loud with me. Mia cuts 2 and 44 pounds of yellow watermelon and 2 and 41 hundredths pounds of red watermelon. Does Mia cut more yellow watermelon or red watermelon? Let's record it in a place value chart. So let's start with our ones. How many ones for the yellow? It says yellow right here. So 2 ones. And then our next biggest column is tenths. So 4 tenths and 4 hundredths. So the red watermelon, she still does 2 tenths, or 2 ones, 4 tenths. So right now it's the same. And then we get to the hundredths, and this has 4 hundredths, and this only has 100. So if we're looking at our square chart here, they would both have 4 tenths, and this yellow one would be like 4 tenths. This yellow one would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, and the other one would be like that, 1, 2, 3, 4 tenths, and just 1. So this one has about, oh, my marker's just a little off. Okay, yeah, this one has about 3 hundredths more, so we can see that the yellow watermelon was bigger. So 2 ones, 2 ones, 4 tenths, 4 tenths. Remember, when we compare numbers, we just start at the left and work our way to the right, because the left are the 10 times greater, the right are 10 times smaller. Left 10 times greater, right 10 times smaller. Okay, now we go to the hundredths because they're the smallest. 4 and 1, 4 is greater. So then we can say 2 and 44 hundredths is greater than 2 and 41 hundredths. Okay, so Mia cuts how much watermelon? How much more watermelon? Oh, Mia cuts more yellow. More yellow. Sorry about that, guys. Got lost there for a second. Okay, yeah, more yellow watermelon. Let's go ahead and check your understanding and then get you on your way to 2 pages of work today. So Shade in the hundredths model and use the number line to compare 3/10 and 1800ths. Now, I really like this because it's really easy for kids to say, well, 18 is bigger than 3, right? It's easy to say that, but we're starting at the bigger place. We're starting with how many tenths they have. So the first one has 3/10. So I go 1, 2, 3, right? And the next one, how many tenths does it have in that first column? Just 1. And then I have to go to only coloring in a box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 8. So we can clearly see if I have 3 groups of 10, that's more than 1 group of 10. So we can look at that and we can say 3/10 is greater than 1800ths. And on the number line, how that works, we're going to say this guy is blue, so we're going to use that guy's blue. We're going to do jumps of 10 because our first one is groups of 10. So that's 1/10, 2/10, 3/10. And we're going to do this one as kind of our green one. So this one we're going to jump 1/10, 1/10, and then we have to go 8 little guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? And you can see that we've got a full tenth bigger, a tenth and 200ths bigger. So now we're going to go ahead and use the place value chart. All three of these are great ways to kind of compare our numbers. So the first one is 1 in 5500ths and 1 in 5200ths. So we start here. Let's start with the 1 in 5500ths because it's on the left. 1, how many tenths? 5, how many hundredths? 5, okay? How many ones? 1. How many tenths? 5, how many hundredths? 2. So we go 1 and 1 equal, 5 and 5 equal, 5 and 2, okay? That has 3 more hundredths. Okay, guys, you can go ahead and get to work. Make sure you do page number 313 and number 314. There's 2 on your own pages today. Make sure you get them checked off as well. Have a